If you cannot win love, flee from hatred, because it is very possible to coexist with being feared and not being hated.
This isn't about being liked. Let's be honest. You feel invisible, a ghost in the room. Your voice is a suggestion, not a decision. You've been told your whole life to be nice, to wait your turn, to get approval from people who would replace you in a heartbeat. You've played by the rules of a game you never agreed to, and what's your reward? You've been consistently, predictably overlooked. That ends now. This isn't about positive thinking or chanting hollow affirmations in the mirror. This is about psychological surgery. It's the brutal, effective science of power that thinkers like Machiavelli taught to princes and kings. We're going to find that weak, obedient servant inside you, the one who nods, apologizes, and shrinks to make others comfortable. And we are going to kill him. In his place, we'll forge a confidence so absolute, so unbreakable, that the very air shifts when you enter a room. By the end of this, you will have 7 principles, inspired by a Machiavellian mindset, to become so confident it terrifies people. This isn't motivation, it's a warning. If you aren't prepared to be seen, to be heard, and at times to be feared, turn this off now. For those of you who stay, your life as a spectator is over. The first and most critical law you must master is the assassination of the nice guy. You were sold a lie early on. Be polite, be agreeable, don't make waves, and you'll be rewarded. You were taught that niceness is a virtue. This is false. In the real calculus of power, constant niceness isn't a virtue. It's a survival strategy for the weak. It's a silent, desperate plea. I'm not a threat, so please don't hurt me. It is preemptive surrender. A truly powerful individual isn't nice. They are civil, and there's a vast, crucial difference. Niceness is reflexive. It's an automatic, fear-based response to appease. Civility is deliberate. It's a code of conduct you choose, born from discipline, not from a need for approval. A man with terrifying confidence holds the door, speaks respectfully, and uses manners, but it's never a transaction. He isn't doing it so you'll like him. He's doing it because he demands that level of control from himself. His politeness is a demonstration of his own power, not a gift to you. If you cross him, that politeness doesn't curdle into a tantrum or a pleading defense. It turns to ice. The warmth is withdrawn, and you're left facing a wall of cold, impassive strength. This is the difference between a domesticated animal and a predator that has chosen to be calm. Here's your first operation. For the next 24 hours, conduct an audit of your own submission signals. Observe yourself with brutal honesty. How many times do you smile reflexively to smooth things over? How often do you nod along to something you disagree with? How many times does an unnecessary sorry leave your lips? Each of these is a leak. It's a crack in your armor where your power drains away. Your mission is to start plugging these leaks. Stop the reflexive smiling. Let your face rest neutral. When someone is talking, just watch them, without that desperate, pleading need to reassure them you're friendly and harmless. At first, people will feel a sudden, sharp discomfort around you. They might ask, "Are you okay?" Or, "Are you upset?" That discomfort is the signal. It's the sound of the power dynamic shifting. They're feeling the absence of your submission for the first time, and it unnerves them because they subconsciously realize they can no longer easily manipulate you. The nice guy believes his kindness will be repaid. The Machiavellian mind knows that a constant pattern of unreciprocated giving can be perceived as weakness and becomes an invitation for exploitation. You aren't killing your capacity for goodness. You're killing the pathetic, approval-seeking boy who uses goodness as a shield because he's too afraid to build a sword. Replace him with a man who is civil by choice, dangerous by necessity, and who never, ever confuses being liked with being respected. Respect is what we're after. Being liked is just a cheap consolation prize for those who fail to earn it. The second law requires you to master a tool most people fear: silence. Watch insecure people in a conversation. They're terrified of the pause. They talk over each other. They fill every available second with noise, because to them, silence means judgment or a loss of control. They use words as a flimsy bridge to cross the terrifying void of quiet. A Machiavellian mindset does the exact opposite. It engineers the void. Silence isn't empty. It's heavy. It creates a psychological vacuum, and human nature can't stand a vacuum. When you stay silent, others, driven by their own anxiety, will rush to fill it. They'll babble. They'll over-explain. They'll reveal secrets, insecurities, and strategies. In essence, they'll negotiate against themselves just to stop the unbearable pressure of your quiet composure. In courts and boardrooms, the person who speaks least often holds immense influence. This is because silence achieves 3 tactical objectives. First, it creates uncertainty. When you don't react immediately, people don't know what you're thinking. This makes them anxious. They can't read you, so they project their own fears onto you. They start to imagine you're smarter and more powerful than you might actually be. Your silence becomes a blank canvas for their fearful imagination. Second, it commands attention. In a world of constant noise, silence is a shock. When a person who is normally quiet finally speaks, everyone listens. Their words carry more weight because they're scarce. You train people that when you open your mouth, it's for a reason. You're not thinking out loud. You're delivering a conclusion. Third, it's a tool of passive assertion. When provoked, the amateur reacts. He defends. He explains. He attacks. The master simply goes quiet. This non-reaction is profoundly unnerving. It communicates that the provocation was so insignificant, it didn't even warrant a response. It's the ultimate display of emotional control, implicitly framing the attacker as a hysterical child, and you as the unshakable adult. Here's your practical training. For the next week, implement the 3-second rule. When you're asked a question, especially a challenging one, don't answer instantly. Pause. Take a breath. Hold eye contact for 1, 2, 3 full seconds. Then, deliver your answer calmly. In those 3 seconds, you've subtly destabilized their reality. You've taken control of the tempo. The other person will feel that shift and will become more attentive, waiting for your answer instead of expecting it. In an argument, state your point once. Then, shut up. Don't rephrase it. Don't soften it. Let it hang in the air. The other person's discomfort will often compel them to speak, and whoever speaks first to break that tension often reveals their position. Silence isn't the absence of communication. It's one of its most powerful forms. The world is full of loud fools. Be the quiet storm. The third law is about achieving what is foundational to a leader's power: a radical independence from the opinions of others. You have to starve the beast of validation. Most people aren't individuals. They're a collection of reactions. Their moods and self-worth are completely dependent on external input. A compliment makes them soar. An insult crushes them. This isn't a life, it's a puppet show, and everyone else is holding the strings. If someone can make you feel good with praise, they can destroy you with criticism. They own you. To become terrifyingly confident, you must seize that emotional lever and break it. Your self-perception has to become a closed loop. It's an internal conversation between you and your own standards. What others think is just noise. When you achieve this state, it is deeply disturbing to people. It breaks the unspoken social contract, where we all agree to be a little fragile and need each other's approval. A man who doesn't need you to like him is a man who cannot be controlled. People will instinctively try to provoke you, just to get a reaction, to find a crack in the armor, to prove you can be wounded like everyone else. This is the test. As Machiavelli's philosophy suggests, he who seeks to provoke will always find a fool ready to react. Your job is to disappoint them. When you're insulted, don't defend yourself. Defense implies the attack landed. Explanation implies the attacker has the authority to judge you. Instead, you have two options. First, the bored stare. Look at them with mild disinterest, as if a fly just buzzed past your ear. Then, look away, your attention already on something more important. You've communicated that their words have zero impact. The second, more advanced option, agree and amplify. Someone calls you arrogant. You don't say, "No, I'm not." You smile faintly and reply, "I've been called far worse by far better people." Someone says, "You think you're so smart." You reply calmly, "It's a burden, but someone has to do it." You render their weapon useless by refusing to bleed. You take their insult and wear it like an ornament. This short-circuits their brain. They expected anger, and instead, you're amused. This is psychological dominance. To practice this, start auditing your approval loops. Where do you seek validation? Do you check social media for likes? Do you replay conversations, wondering what someone really thought? Stop explaining yourself to people who don't sign your paycheck or share your bed. Make a decision and stand by it. If it's wrong, you learn. You don't need a committee to approve your existence. Moving from external validation to an internal standard is the hardest part of this. But once you arrive, you become a monolith. You're the one everyone else looks to when the building is on fire, because they sense your foundation isn't built on the shifting sands of their opinions, but on bedrock. We're now at the core of this transformation. The principles that follow will take you from a solid foundation to a level of presence that commands attention without a word. This is the art of psychological dominance, decoded for the modern world. If you're serious about becoming unrecognizable, about mastering the unseen rules of power, then subscribe to this channel. This information isn't for everyone. It's for those who refuse to be overlooked. Click subscribe and hit the notification bell, because you don't want to miss what's coming. The fourth law recognizes a fundamental truth. Power is communicated long before you ever speak. Your body broadcasts your social rank, and most people are unknowingly broadcasting submission. The fourth law is to master the posture of the apex. Insecurity has a physical signature. It's tense, jerky, and fast. Anxious people fidget. They make quick, darting movements. They shrink, rounding their shoulders and collapsing their chest, physically trying to take up less space, as if apologizing for their own existence. True, terrifying confidence looks completely different. It's loose, grounded, and effortless. It's the calm, deliberate movement of a predator in its own territory. Your first focus is stillness. Powerful people aren't afraid of being still. In a meeting or just waiting in line, resist the urge to fidget. Plant your feet. Let your hands rest calmly. No tapping fingers, no shaking legs. Stillness signals you are completely at ease and in control. Next, master your movements. Move with purpose, not haste. Walk slightly slower than the average person. It subtly signals that the world waits for you, not the other way around. Every movement, from picking up a glass to turning your head, should be deliberate. Wasted motion is wasted energy, and an apex predator never wastes energy. Then, there's eye contact. Submissive eye contact is shifty. Dominant eye contact is different. It's not an aggressive stare, it's evaluative. You look at people as if you're calmly assessing them. Your gaze is steady but relaxed. You hold it, you see them, and you look away on your own terms, not because you're uncomfortable. Finally, take up space. Research suggests that expansive, high-power poses can lead to a greater sense of power and confidence. It's not just about how others see you. It can change how you feel about yourself. Stand with your feet slightly wider. When you sit, don't be afraid to lean back and rest your arm on the adjacent chair. You're signaling to everyone, including your own brain, that you're confident. To implement this, start small. For one day, just focus on moving more slowly. The next day, focus on relaxed, evaluative eye contact. Build the posture of the apex, piece by piece. People judge by the eye more than anything else. Make sure your body is telling the story you want them to hear. The story of someone calm, in control, and utterly unshakable. The fifth law is one of the most subtle yet devastatingly effective principles from the Machiavellian playbook: the power of scarcity, or the withdrawal of supply. In any system, what's scarce is valuable. What's abundant is taken for granted. This is as true for diamonds as it is for your time and attention. Most people, especially the nice guys we executed earlier, operate on a principle of infinite supply. They're always available. They answer texts immediately. They say yes to every request. Their attention is a cheap commodity handed out freely. As a result, they are treated as cheap. Their time is wasted, and their presence isn't valued because it's never at risk of being lost. To build terrifying confidence, you must reframe your entire being as a scarce resource. Your attention, your energy, and your time are your most valuable assets. You don't give them away. You grant them. This starts with an audit of your availability. Do you feel a compulsive need to be reachable 24/7? Do you drop everything to answer a message from someone who treats you as an option? This ends now. You are not a public utility. The first tactic is to introduce deliberate delays. You don't need to answer every text in 5 minutes. Wait an hour. Wait 3. This isn't a game. It's a subconscious signal that you have a life and priorities outside of their request. Your world doesn't revolve around them. This creates respect. The second tactic is the art of the decisive no. A person who can't say no is a slave. You must learn to say no to things that don't align with your mission, and do it without guilt or long excuses. A simple, "I won't be able to do that," is enough. Over-explaining is a submissive behavior. Stop it. The most powerful use of this law is withdrawing supply in response to disrespect. When someone undervalues you or crosses a boundary, the amateur protests. He argues, This only shows the offender their actions worked. The master doesn't protest. He withdraws. No drama. No angry confrontation. Just less. Less of your time. Fewer responses. A sudden, quiet chill where there was once warmth. Your energy is simply no longer available to them. This is infinitely more powerful than an argument. The absence of your attention becomes a glaring void, and they will feel it profoundly. Often, they'll come back, not with aggression, but with confusion and a new respect, trying to figure out what they did to lose access to you. The power has now shifted completely. Scarcity creates value. When you're less available, your presence means more. Stop being an all-you-can-eat buffet and become a reservation-only restaurant. The respect you command will transform. The sixth law is the anchor that keeps this from becoming an empty charade. You can adopt the posture, weaponize the silence, and withdraw the supply. But if it's all built on a lie, you will know it, and your confidence will be a hollow shell. The sixth law is simple. Real competence is the only real foundation for confidence. The self-help industry often sells the lie that if you just tell yourself you're a king, you'll believe it. A Machiavellian thinker would laugh at this. Your subconscious mind isn't a fool. It keeps a perfect record of your wins and losses. If you tell yourself, I'm a winner, but your life is a string of unfinished projects, your brain knows you're lying. This internal conflict creates anxiety, not confidence. Terrifying confidence, the kind that's deep, quiet, and unshakable, comes from the undeniable evidence of your own achievements. It's the calm certainty of a man who has faced challenges and overcome them. It is evidence-based self-belief. This doesn't mean you have to be a hero tomorrow. It means you must start building a success log in your mind, one small win at a time. Confidence is built in the doing. Your mission is to pick one and only one domain in your life where you will become undeniably competent. Don't try to fix everything at once. Pick one battlefield. Maybe it's your fitness. Maybe it's your career. Maybe it's a skill like public speaking. Now, for the next 90 days, dedicate yourself to measurable progress in that one area. If it's fitness, don't just go to the gym. Follow a program, track your lifts, and watch the numbers go up. That number on the bar is a fact. It can't be argued with. It's evidence. If it's your career, don't just work hard. Volunteer for the difficult project everyone else avoids. Master a new, valuable skill. Build a portfolio of proof. This is about creating reference points for your own mind. When doubt creeps in, your brain will no longer spiral into past failures. Instead, it will be forced to confront cold, hard data. I may be nervous about this, but I've successfully led 10 team meetings. I may feel intimidated, but I've added 50 pounds to my deadlift in 6 months. I am formidable. I may doubt myself, but I have studied and practiced this for 100 hours. I am prepared. This evidence-based confidence is profoundly different from fake it till you make it. It's quiet. It's calm. It doesn't need to be loud because it's rooted in reality. It projects not as arrogance, but as a deep, unshakable certainty. People can sense it. They feel the weight of a man who has built himself through discipline. Stop chasing the feeling of confidence. It's a ghost. Instead, chase competence. Build a fortress of achievement, brick by brick. Confidence will then come and live inside its walls, not as a guest, but as its king. And now we arrive at the final gate, The seventh law is the one that most men, even those who master the other six, fail. It is the willingness to be the villain in someone else's story. You're afraid of being the bad guy. You're terrified that if you set a hard boundary, they'll call you selfish. If you prioritize your mission over their comfort, they'll call you cold. If you succeed where they failed, they'll call you arrogant. Let them. To truly rule your life, you must accept that your ascent will be seen as an act of aggression by those comfortable with your mediocrity. It's impossible to prioritize your own purpose without disappointing those who wish to use you for theirs. If you save money to invest in your future, you'll disappoint friends who want you to spend it on fleeting pleasures. If you dedicate evenings to building a skill, you'll disappoint people who just want your passive attention. If you enforce your standards, you'll disappoint the parasites accustomed to your compliance. This speaks to Machiavelli's point that a leader must learn how not to be good and to use this knowledge as necessity dictates. This isn't about being evil, it's about ruthless pragmatism. The leader who can't make a hard, unpopular decision to protect his kingdom will watch it burn. Your life, your time, and your energy are your kingdom. Being willing to be the villain means you accept that protecting your interests will sometimes cause conflict. It means prioritizing your long-term vision over being liked in the moment. It's the ultimate act of self-possession. It is telling the world, I will not sacrifice my destiny to manage your feelings. Here's the final step. Identify one area where you've been sacrificing your own needs to keep someone else comfortable. A friend who drains your energy. A family member who disrespects your choices. A colleague who takes advantage of you. Your task is to enforce a boundary. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It can be a simple, unwavering no. It can be a withdrawn supply of your time. When they react, and they will react, your job is to stand your ground. Don't apologize. Don't over-explain. You can say, I understand you're disappointed, but you don't change your position. You'll feel a profound sense of guilt at first. That's the nice guy screaming his death rattle. Let him scream. On the other side of that discomfort is freedom. It's the realization that their approval was a cage you chose to live in. When you can say no without your voice trembling. When you can enforce a boundary without needing to justify it. When you can watch someone's disapproval wash over you without flinching, you've arrived. You have become the ruler of your own life. And to those who benefited from your weakness, this new sovereign, you will look terrifying. They will call you the villain. Smile and thank them for the compliment. We began this journey by identifying the invisible servant inside you, the one who seeks approval, fears silence, and broadcasts weakness. In the last few minutes, we've given you the 7 principles to kill him. Kill the nice guy and replace him with a civil, disciplined man. Weaponize silence and let others unravel in your composure. Starve the beast of validation and build an internal throne. Master the posture of the apex and command respect before you speak. Withdraw your supply and teach the world your value. Build your confidence on the bedrock of competence. And finally, be willing to be the villain in the story of those who want to hold you back. This isn't a path of empty arrogance. It's a path of profound self-possession. It's the understanding that true power isn't loud. It's quiet, heavy, and undeniable. Real presence doesn't need to shout. The change will be subtle at first. A flicker of surprise in someone's eyes. a new tone of respect in a colleague's voice, the slow, dawning realization that you're no longer a piece on the board, but a player. Some people will be drawn to this new strength. Others will be repelled. That's as it should be. You're no longer trying to please everyone. You're trying to become yourself. A final warning. This knowledge is a weapon. Use it to build, to protect, and to achieve your purpose. Use it to become a man of substance and quiet strength, not a petty tyrant. Understand these dynamics so you can embody the strong, calm version of yourself without crossing into exploitation. Your transformation begins now. The world is full of loud fools and agreeable servants. Be the quiet storm. Be the man who speaks once and changes the room. Be the master of your own soul. If you are ready to claim this power, type presence in the comments below to signal your commitment. And subscribe for more wisdom on the psychology of power. The journey has just begun.